Would you like to lose weight and at the same time reduce your risk for breast cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and many forms of cancer, plus lower gastrointestinal disorders and reduce risk of Alzheimer's and arthritis? Less weight plus disease risk reduction? What's not to like about all that? The missing ingredient in your weight loss plan, most likely, it is fiber. The average person gets about 5 grams per day. How much fiber are you getting? The minimum daily fiber requirement is at least 25 grams for women and 38 grams per day for men. Do you get at least 25 grams of fiber per day? Because not enough fiber can hurt you. Plus, it sabotages your weight loss goals. How does it do that? Let's take a look at the evidence. There are very clear benefits of having more fiber in your diet. It reduces inflammation. Plus, each 10 grams of fiber you eat per day over the minimum amount gives you 26% reduction in breast cancer risk. Think about that. 26% reduction in breast cancer risk for just 10 grams of fiber. And you have a 60% lower pancreatic cancer risk. Now, if you hit the target of 25 to 38 grams per day, you get a 60% reduction of death risk from cardiovascular disease, from infections, and respiratory diseases. And most immediately, it will significantly lower your weight. So how much fiber are you getting each day? So what is fiber? Well, it's the parts of plants that are undigested in the stomach. And there are 3 kinds of fibers, and all of them are valuable. There's soluble fiber, there are insoluble fibers, and there are prebiotic fibers. And plants have different amounts of each of these. Some have a lot more of one and a lot less of the others, but each of them are important. So what is soluble fiber? Well, soluble fiber obviously is soluble in water. It attracts water and forms a gel. And that's really the key property. Because when it forms a gel, it slows your digestion, making you feel full faster. And it helps control your blood sugar as a result because it lowers how much you eat. It lowers your hunger. And it lowers the LDL bad cholesterol because it absorbs it and then puts it in the body's waste disposal system and puts it out the waste disposal system. Now, what are the sources of soluble fiber? Well, oatmeal, oat bran, lentils, dried peas, psyllium, lots of seeds and legumes. And if you're eating them fresh and uncooked, it is better if you're eating apples and oranges and pears and berries of all kinds, cucumbers, celery, and carrots, and other fruits and vegetables. So there are lots and lots of sources of soluble fiber, and the best ones that come from fresh fruit and vegetables are if they're fresh and uncooked. So what is insoluble fiber? Insoluble fiber is insoluble in water, but is very gut healthy. It speeds the passage of waste through your intestinal tract. So it has this laxative effect, but it's the healthy kind of laxative effect that your body really needs. And it prevents constipation as a result. And so what are the sources of insoluble fiber? Well, mainly whole grains and vegetables, whole wheat, wheat bran, corn bran, seeds, nuts, couscous, brown rice, and things like celery, broccoli, cabbage, onions, tomatoes, carrots, green beans, and dark leafy green vegetables, and especially the skins of raisins, grapes, fruit, and root vegetables. The skins are where the insoluble fiber is, which is why you should eat most of these things that you can with the skin intact. So what is prebiotic fiber? Well, prebiotic fiber is non-digestible fiber. Your body doesn't digest it, but it acts as a substrate to stimulate the growth of probiotic gut bacteria. And probiotic bacteria enhances your immune system. It is these little bugs, these are good guys, and they populate around prebiotics and they live on these fibers and they ferment these fibers, and as a result of which it boosts your immune system. Without it, your immune system becomes very, very weak. So it reduces the pro-inflammatory conditions in your body and lowers inflammatory bowel disorders of many, many different kinds. And it raises nutrient absorption, so you get more nutrients out of the food that you are already eating. So what's the sources of prebiotic fiber? Well, it's best if it's raw or fermented if you can get it. Acacia gum, chicory root, inulin, you'll see these in many different kinds of products. You're just going to have to read the label to see them where they're at. Jerusalem artichoke, dandelion greens are really, really good at this. And of course, garlic, leeks, and onions are some of the best sources of this. Asparagus, wheat bran, oat bran, bananas, also very good prebiotic fibers. And oligosaccharides and FOS and galacto-oligosaccharides, which is found in mother's milk. Now, these last two have big names, and you don't see them often on a label, except you may see FOS, but when you do, grab it, make sure you have it, because these are some of the best ways to get prebiotics into your body. So, when you're regularly consuming the three kinds of fiber, which are soluble, insoluble, and prebiotic fibers, working together, they will make you healthier quickly, and they will lower your risk to diseases long term. So it's both a good long-term and short-term thing to do. Plus, when you take care to eat all three kinds of fiber, you will lose weight sooner, you'll lose more weight, and you'll keep it off longer. Because with all these sources of fiber, when you have them all, it does not sabotage your weight loss goals. It does just the opposite. Isn't that what you want in weight loss? Weight loss that lasts plus less disease risk? Will fiber be the missing ingredient in your weight loss plan?